Hey ladies, we've learned how to connect our pelvic floor, or AKA picking up a blueberry, and now we're gonna learn how to connect our lower abs. So remember that your core is made up of your diaphragm, your pelvic floor, your lower abs here, your transversus abdominis, and then it wraps around to the low back and the multifidus region. The diaphragm, when we breathe in, is gonna lengthen that tissue. The abdominal tissue comes out this way, pelvic floor comes down. As you blow out, the pelvic floor is gonna bounce back up and the lower abs are gonna connect back in. So we have done really well with connecting diaphragm and pelvic floor, and now we wanna connect that lower abdomen. So you wanna think these muscles run horizontally around the lower abdominal cavity, and trying to get these guys to connect, you can think of trying to tighten hip bone to hip bone, or bringing hip bone to hip bone together. Or if somebody was bringing a candle to the lower abdomen, you would want to take that away from that flame. So Megan's going to show us how to tighten hip bone to hip bone. So we're trying to keep this gentle contraction in the lower abdomen, really trying to avoid connecting any of those upper abs here. So go ahead and do a really gentle lower abdominal contraction for me, Megan. Very good. And release it back. So we really want that connection to be down here in the lower abs. Megan's getting it a little bit up top here. And one thing that I'll typically tell patients in the clinic is go ahead and tighten this exercise. Go 100%, tighten it really strong for me. Notice when she tightens it strong, her belly button goes in, these abdominals get a little bit tight, and this gets nice and tight down here. And what we want it to be is nice. We want to get that contraction in the lower abs, but really nothing up in these uppers. So now go ahead and try to do like a 50% contraction of that one. Good, so we can see she's getting a little bit upper abs just by a little belly wink that she's got, and go ahead and relax that back out. So now we're gonna go like a 10% contraction. So if her full contraction was like giving me $1, we wanna see what this tissue would look like if she only gave me 10 cents. So it's a very minimal contraction. Go ahead and tighten that up. Very good. So now she's got her lowers, not really her uppers at all, which is great. And she's isolated that contraction down low. So you can also, if you're having trouble with this one, you can relax all the abdominal tissue and you can focus on trying to pick up your blueberry again. And what you'll do is you'll come off of your pelvis and you'll move in about 1 inch and down. And that's where you're gonna feel for this contraction. So you can think to yourself of picking up a blueberry or sucking a smoothie through a straw with your vagina, and it's gonna be firing into those fingers. Or you can think of just trying to connect hip bone to hip bone in that lower abdomen at a very gentle contraction, and you should feel that same kind of contraction pop into those fingers. I like to keep a hand here on my upper abdominals while I'm focusing on these lowers. So then if I feel it connecting up here in the upper abs, I can really focus on, okay, relax, smaller contraction, and I really want it to fire here. And sometimes that's very helpful too for clients to try, is this gives them that tactile feedback of they're doing too much, and then this giving them the tactile feedback of this is where I want to feel it.